Bears are carnivorous mammals of the family Ursidae. They are classified as caniforms, or dog-like carnivorans. Although only 8 species of bears are extant, they are widespread, appearing in a wide variety of habitats throughout the northern hemisphere and partially in the southern hemisphere. Bears are found on the continents of North America, South America, Europe, and Asia. Common characteristics of modern bears include large bodies with stocky legs, long snouts, small rounded ears, shaggy hair, plantigrade paws with 5 non-retractile claws, and short tails. While the polar bear is mostly carnivorous, and the giant panda feeds almost entirely on bamboo, the remaining 6 species are omnivorous with varied diets. With the exception of courting individuals and mothers with the young, bears are typically solitary animals. They may be diurnal or nocturnal and have an excellent sense of smell. Despite their heavy build and awkward gait, they are adept runners, climbers, and swimmers. Bears use shelters, such as caves and logs, as the dens. Most species occupy the dens during the winter for a long period of hibernation, up to 100 days. Bears have been hunted since prehistoric times for their meat and fur. They have been used for bear baiting and other forms of entertainment, such as being made to dance. With the powerful physical presence, they play a prominent role in the arts, mythology, and other cultural aspects of various human societies. In modern times, bears have come under pressure through encroachment on their habitats and illegal trade in bear parts, including the Asian wild bear market. The IUCN lists 6 bear species as vulnerable or endangered, and even least concerned species, such as the brown bear, are at risk of extirpation in certain countries. The poaching and international trade of these most threatened populations are prohibited, but still ongoing. The English word bear comes from Old English bera and belongs to a family of names for the bear in Germanic languages, such as Swedish björn, also used as a first name. This form is conventionally said to be related to a Proto-Indo-European word for brown, so that bear would mean the brown one. 1-2. However, Ringe notes that while this etymology is semantically plausible, a word meaning brown of this form cannot be found in Proto-Indo-European. He suggests instead that bear is from the Proto-Indo-European word were, wild animal. 3. This terminology for the animal originated as a taboo avoidance term. Proto-Germanic tribes replaced their original word for bear, arcto, with this euphemistic expression out of fear that speaking the animal's true name might cause it to appear. 4-5. According to author Ralph Keyes, this is the oldest known euphemism. 6. Bear taxon names such as Arctoides and Helictos come from the ancient Greek arctos, meaning bear. 7. As do the names Arctic and Antarctic, via the name of the constellation Ursa Major, the Great Bear prominent in the northern sky. 8. Bear taxon names such as Ursidae and Ursus come from Latin Ursus, Ursa, he bear, she bear. 8. The female first name Ursula, originally derived from a Christian saint's name, means little she bear, diminutive of Latin Ursa. In Switzerland, the male first name Urs is especially popular, while the name of the canton and city of Bern is derived from Bar, German for bear. The Germanic name Bernhard, including Bernhard and similar forms, means bear brave, bear hardy, or bold bear. 9-10. The Old English name Beowulf is a kenning, be-wolf, for bear, in turn meaning a brave warrior. 11. The bear family includes the most massive extant terrestrial members of the order Carnivora. The polar bear is considered to be the largest extant species, 39, with adult males weighing 350 to 700 kilograms, 770-1,500 pounds, and measuring 2.4-3 meters, 7 ft 10 in 9 ft 10 in total length. 40. The smallest species is the sun bear, which ranges 25 to 65 kg, 55 to 145 pound in weight and 100 to 140 cm, 40 to 55 in length. 41. Prehistoric North and South American short-faced bears were the largest species known to have lived. The latter estimated to have weighed 1,600 kg, 3,500 lb, and stood 3.4 m, 11 ft2 in tall. 42. 43. Body weight varies throughout the year in bears of temperate and Arctic climates, as they build up fat reserves in the summer and autumn and lose weight during the winter. 44. Bears are generally bulky and robust animals with short tails. They are sexually dimorphic with regard to size, with males typically being larger. 45. 46. Larger species tend to show increased levels of sexual dimorphism in comparison to smaller species. 46. Relying as they do on strength rather than speed, bears have relatively short limbs with thick bones to support the bulk. The shoulder blades and the pelvis are correspondingly massive. The limbs are much straighter than those of the big cats, as there is no need for them to flex in the same way due to the differences in the gait. The strong forelimbs are used to catch prey, to excavate dens, to dig out burrowing animals, to turn over rocks and logs to locate prey, and to club large creatures. 44. Unlike most other land carnivorans, bears are plantigrade. They distribute their weight toward the hind feet, which makes them look lumbering when they walk. They are capable of bursts of speed but soon tire, and as a result mostly rely on ambush rather than the chase. Bears can stand on their hind feet and sit up straight with remarkable balance. Their front paws are flexible enough to grasp fruit and leaves. Bears' non-retractable claws are used for digging, climbing, tearing, and catching prey. The claws on the front feet are larger than those on the back and may be a hindrance when climbing trees. Black bears are the most arboreal of the bears, and have the shortest claws. Pandas are unique in having a bony extension on the wrist of the front feet which acts as a thumb, and is used for gripping bamboo shoots as the animals feed. 44. Most mammals have agouti hair, with each individual hair shaft having bands of color corresponding to two different types of melanin pigment. Bears, however, have a single type of melanin, and the hairs have a single color throughout their length, apart from the tip, which is sometimes a different shade. The coat consists of long guard hairs, which form a protective shaggy covering, and short dense hairs which form an insulating layer trapping air close to the skin. The shaggy coat helps maintain body heat during winter hibernation and is shed in the spring, leaving a shorter summer coat. Polar bears have hollow, translucent guard hairs which gain heat from the sun and conduct it to the dark-colored skin below. They have a thick layer of blubber for extra insulation, and the soles of the feet have a dense pad of fur. 44. While bears tend to be uniform in color, some species may have markings on the chest or face, and the giant panda has a bold black and white pelage. 47. Bears have small rounded ears so as to minimize heat loss, but neither their hearing or sight are particularly acute. Unlike many other carnivorans, they have color vision, perhaps to help them distinguish ripe nuts and fruits. They are unique among carnivorans in not having touch-sensitive whiskers on the muzzle. However, they have an excellent sense of smell, better than that of the dog, or possibly any other mammal. They use smell for signaling to each other, either to warn off rivals or detect mates, and for finding food. Smell is the principal sense used by bears to locate most of the food, and they have excellent memories which helps them to relocate places where they have found food before. 44. Extant bears are found in 60 countries, primarily in the Northern Hemisphere, and are concentrated in Asia, North America, and Europe. An exception is the spectacled bear, native to South America. It inhabits the Andean region. 55. The sun bear's range extends below the equator in Southeast Asia. 56. The Atlas bear, a subspecies of the brown bear, was distributed in North Africa from Morocco to Libya, but it became extinct around the 1870s. 57. The most widespread species is the brown bear, which occurs from Western Europe eastwards through Asia to the western areas of North America. The American black bear is restricted to North America, and the polar bear is restricted to the Arctic Sea. All the remaining species of bear are Asian. 55. They occur in a range of habitats which include tropical lowland rainforest, both coniferous and broadleaf forests, prairies, steppes, montane grassland, alpine scree slopes, Arctic tundra, and in the case of the polar bear, ice flows. 55. 58. Bears may dig the dens in hillsides or use caves, hollow logs and dense vegetation for shelter. In modern times, bears have come under pressure through encroachment on their habitats 114, and illegal trade in bear parts, including